Welcome back to HTN Cars, the channel where we break down the latest automotive news, the hottest SUV updates, and the biggest changes happening in the car world right now. Today we are diving deep into the 2026 Defender, and honestly, this update is bigger than many people expected. Land Rover has taken one of the most iconic off-road SUVs ever made and given it a fresh new look, smarter technology, more premium details, and even more capability where it matters most. The Defender has always stood out because it somehow manages to combine hardcore off-road strength with luxury SUV comfort. And for 2026, that formula looks sharper and more advanced than ever before. Whether you are a longtime Defender fan, someone shopping for a rugged luxury SUV, or just curious about what Land Rover is doing next, this is one update you definitely want to hear about because there are a lot of hidden improvements packed into this redesign that could completely change how people see the Defender moving forward. The Defender already had a reputation for being one of the most versatile SUVs on the market, and that is exactly why it has become such a huge success around the world. Unlike many modern SUVs that only look rugged for marketing purposes, the Defender actually delivers real capability when the pavement ends. It can crawl over rocks, push through mud, climb steep terrain, and still drive home comfortably afterward without beating up the passengers. That balance is what makes the Defender special. You can take it deep into the wilderness one day and pull up to a luxury hotel the next without it feeling out of place. The boxy shape, upright stance, and unmistakable silhouette have become instantly recognizable, and Land Rover clearly understands that people love the Defender because it looks authentic. For 2026, they did not completely reinvent the SUV because they did not need to. Instead, they focused on refining the details, modernizing the technology, and making the Defender feel even more premium, while keeping the rugged personality that made people fall in love with it in the first place. One of the biggest talking points for the 2026 Defender is definitely the updated exterior styling. At first glance, some people might think the changes are subtle, but once you start looking closely, the differences become very noticeable. Land Rover has redesigned both the front and rear bumpers, giving the SUV a cleaner and more modern appearance without losing the aggressive off-road attitude that defines the Defender. The front end now looks sharper and more planted, while the rear gains a smoother and more refined finish. Another major change comes from the updated grille area. A gloss black grille bar now stretches between the headlights, creating a more upscale and premium look. It is a small touch, but it dramatically changes the visual character of the Defender. The SUV now feels more modern and sophisticated, while still maintaining that rugged charm. Land Rover also updated the hood inserts and side vents with a fresh textured pattern that adds more visual depth and gives the vehicle a stronger, more technical appearance from every angle. The headlights and taillights also received important revisions for 2026, and these updates help make the Defender feel newer without changing its identity. The headlights now feature a revised internal design that gives the SUV a more advanced and high-tech look, especially at night when the lighting signature becomes more noticeable. Around the back, Land Rover made one particularly interesting change. The taillights are now flush with the body instead of slightly recessed like before. It sounds simple, but visually it creates a much cleaner and smoother rear profile. These details matter because luxury SUV buyers today pay attention to refinement just as much as performance. Land Rover seems determined to make the Defender feel like a true premium product while still keeping the rough road personality intact. The overall effect is subtle but effective. The 2026 Defender still looks unmistakably like a Defender, but now it feels more polished, more modern, and more expensive in the best possible way. Land Rover is also introducing new color options for the 2026 model year, and some of them look absolutely stunning. Two fresh exterior colors are joining the lineup, including Borrasco Silver and Woolstone Green. These new finishes give buyers more ways to personalize the Defender depending on whether they want something elegant, adventurous, or bold. Woolstone Green especially feels like a perfect match for the Defender's outdoor personality because it gives the SUV a classic expedition-style appearance. Meanwhile, Borrasco Silver adds a cleaner and more upscale vibe for buyers who want something sophisticated, but the really exciting paint options are reserved for the high-performance OCTA version. Land Rover is offering a new Sargasso blue finish that adds an eye-catching premium feel to the flagship Defender. And there is also a Patagonia white matte wrap option that completely changes the visual personality of the SUV. Matte finishes continue to grow in popularity in the luxury world. And seeing Land Rover embrace that trend shows that the company understands exactly what modern buyers want from premium performance SUVs. Wheel design might not sound exciting to everyone, but on a vehicle like the Defender, it completely changes the overall presence of the SUV. For 2026, Land Rover has introduced a new 22-inch 7-spoke wheel design that gives the Defender an even more commanding road presence. Larger wheels help emphasize the wide stance and muscular bodywork, making the SUV look even tougher and more upscale at the same time. The Defender has always had a unique ability to look both rugged and luxurious, depending on how it is configured, and these new wheel options help push that balance even further. With the right combination of paint color, trim package, and wheel setup, the 2026 Defender can look like an expedition vehicle ready for mountain trails or a luxury SUV designed for city streets. That flexibility is part of the Defender's appeal because it allows owners to shape the personality of the vehicle around their own lifestyle. Very few SUVs on the market can successfully pull off that combination the way the Defender does. Inside the cabin, the 2026 Defender gets some of the most meaningful upgrades of the entire refresh. One of the first things drivers will notice is the brand new 13.1-inch infotainment display. The larger screen immediately gives the interior a more advanced and high-end feel, while also improving usability. Modern SUV buyers expect big displays, quick response times, and clean graphics. And Land Rover clearly wanted the Defender to remain competitive against rivals that are becoming increasingly tech-focused. The bigger screen helps modernize the dashboard without making the cabin feel overly futuristic or complicated. That is important because the Defender's interior has always balanced rugged functionality with luxury comfort. It feels durable and practical, but still upscale enough to justify its premium price tag. The updated infotainment system should provide a better user experience overall, especially for navigation, camera views, and vehicle controls. Technology has become one of the most important factors in the luxury SUV segment, and this update helps keep the Defender feeling fresh and modern for years to come.